Welcome to We Love to Hate Everything. I'm Jody, and along with my long-distance bestie Amanda, we live to break down all the things we love to hate. Each week, we scour TV, TikTok, and pop culture and deliver you our unfiltered, snarky takes on everything. Take a moment to subscribe on YouTube so you catch all our live streams and shows, and follow the links in the banner to subscribe to our free weekly podcast and 2 Patreon shows, We Love to Hate TV and Total Request Podcast, where you request the shows and we break them down. Once subscribed, you have instant access to our massive library of hundreds of past shows and recaps. We promise you'll love it. And listen, we're all friends here, so let us hear from you in the comments. We love getting to know you, and we hope you enjoy the show. All right, let's go. Hello, and welcome to We Love to Hate Everything. I'm Jody.
And I am Aminata, as christened by Aurora Brown or whoever it is that's writing the envelope names over at my sister wives' closet.
You've been doing drywall since 1980, aren't you?
1980. So check it out, guys. This is our merch shop.
That's right. I am sporting the hairstyle that every single one of the Love is Blind girls was wearing on the reunion, which we'll be talking about. We got lots of fun stuff, lots of Brown Town, hot topics. You're on Tinder again. I know everyone's looking for this SNL Corner, White Lotus. We got it all, don't we, Amanda?
Sure. Right. Let's get into some housekeeping here. Hello.
Let's do it.
Hi, guys. Happy Monday. Hello to everyone in the comments. Thank you for joining us. On this off week. All right. Let's get it.
Let's get into it.
This is Robin's kitchen, you guys.
Girls is. All right, let's get through this housekeeping. Of course, coming up on Patreon, on Tier 2 Polygamy 101. It's kind of an addendum to Season 12, and next week, we're starting Season 13 with Mary on her own.
There's this house in Erewhon. Mom.
You can live in any room.
That polygamy. So this Wednesday, you'll finally get to hear me tell Jody that Howie died. So trigger warning.
And speaking of Howie, we're going to be talking about a little bit of Howie and hot topics.
Yeah.
Total Request Podcast is coming up first this week, and it's a classic episode of John and Kate Plus 8, where the sextuplets get to have so much fun at a bakery. Just kidding. Their mom ruins everything for them.
Yeah, they come from church and don't bring a change of clothes from their church clothes.
And you get to watch John's soul just die and wither and become a hardened shell of what it used to be.
He calls him fat.
It's really sweet.
A bunch of times on camera. Kind of as an aside.
The Learning Channel, very aspirational. And coming up on Girl Dinner, boy, you guys are going to love this one.
Oh, this was so fun.
So we decided to do like a little virtual date night. If we were together in a place, what would we do? And we decided to look at this one as like a, will they, kind of a Ross and Rachel, will we or won't we? How's the night going to go? Are we going to end up together or are we not?
Yeah, we take a little trip to MOAB and we plan out the perfect date.
Yeah, we decided we would go to MOAB first. And hey, MOAB's got some places to go.
There's a magician show that we end up at. I dressed kind of skanky, and then I ghosted Jody at the end after we like made out for a while.
We had some really good chips and salsa though.
Yeah.
And that walk we took, obviously our table that we sat at, we're not going to tell you which restaurant, but it was in direct line of a fan. Clearly.
Done.
Yep. Of course, check out our merch shop. You know, Amanda's wearing it. Check it out on Redbubble and on Spring and wherever else you can find our merch. We'll be talking about that some more.
And almost choked myself. We're gonna move our stuff over to Dashery soon. Is that what it's called?
Yeah, careful.
What?
I don't know.
I'm not gonna say anything. I just want to talk about we had this meeting with Dashery, and it was as if me and Jody traded bodies because not really actually. Your computer messed up like it always does, and she was flipping out, and I was over here just like, I'm like, it's fine. Like
The sound, I don't know what, like it was totally fine. Then just like the sound went off. I could hear the sound on any other thing except this freaking meeting. And so I was reading on captions the whole meeting.
Then you were like raising your hand in the meeting and you were like typing.
Oh, at one point I raised my hand.
You said you raised your hand, but then you wrote a little thing saying, hey guys, it was like 3 minutes left of the hour-and-a-half meeting. And Jody's like, my sound is going out, but I promise I'm working on it. I'm like, Jody.
It's called professionalism. Ever heard of it?
Yeah, you were stressing out over there. But anyway, so check it out. We're going to move all our stuff over to Dashery at some point, and it's way easier to navigate. You won't be directed to a whole bunch of different places. So it's going to be just a really great interface. So stay tuned.
Thank you. Jacob knows, like a good teacher should. You raise your hand in the group.
Yeah.
We'll have to do a Patreon that episode because we were definitely like the girls in the back row that are nudging each other, and everyone else knew what the test was about, and we did not.
There was a girl in the meeting where we're like, I think this girl's one of us.
Uh-huh. Yeah. And then there was someone else in the group where we're like, okay. Oh, we get it.
Yeah, say it louder for the women in the room. Okay, well, anyways, we'll do a girl dinner on it.
Oh, I'm pretty sure I just texted you like, please, we need you to mansplain this for us. Thank God. Jesus. Anyway, is that it? Let's get into some hot topics.
Oh my gosh. All right, let's do it. Right.
All right. I just want to throw out one more time for our girl Janelle at Tata Farms. I guess I missed the respect memo. That's what I'm wearing today.
Again, not
all the best colors too. Thanks, Janelle.
Yeah, a lot of pastel-y colors that look good on me. That only look good on people like Janelle who look good in every color.
Everything, yeah.
Yet another quote that not just Janelle has never actually. It's not a quote that Janelle has said. And it's not even a quote that Cody has says. It's just, I just made this up. And now I'm selling it. People are buying it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't really remember this one. But we're going to show you something else that she created and added to the shop as well. Oh, good. I'm glad people love it. Great. I like that it just says, I guess. I'm like, I guess.
Mine just says drywall.
I guess. Okay, so I wanted to kind of jump back into the world of Teen Mom. I know this is your specialty. It's your forte. But I got really excited when I was out and about on date night. And, you know, you can take the mom out of, you can take the me out of Teen Mom. You can't take the Teen Mom out of me, whatever it is. Look at this plate. Now, Jace. I mean, Amanda, I saw this plate with this plate. This is great. So, of course, I'm like, oh, my God, I need a picture of this. And then I had to go through the whole lore of like, and Amanda does this great babs. And she's always like, are you going to take care of the baby? The baby, Janelle. So give us a little babs.
Oh, no. Why are you putting me on the spot? No, okay, well, here, I'll just do the credit card scene. All right. Well, Janelle, I saw you with Kiefer. What are you doing? You take my credit cards. I see you're using them to buy gas. No, you're out. You're out. And she's like, Mom. Nothing else worse can happen, Mom. Oh, it's been a long time since I've done some.
Bravo. I love this. I love it.
Yeah. Haven't broken out the babs in a while.
No, we haven't. However,
oh my God.
We've broken out the Gary. It's Gary time.
Posted since he responded to Amber. Well, here's the series of events. Like a month ago, Amber went on live on a midnight rant, and where she Gary. Amber
Portwood.
Yes.
A rant? Oof.
And she was talking about how Gary SA'd her and he's a pedophile. And then Gary responded with a picture of him and his family saying, this is my family. Then he posted something a couple of days ago that he's looking for a new Ford truck. And I'm asked anyone out there work for a Ford dealership? And then he posted this sandwich. Throw it up there.
Anything for a discount, girl. Okay, Gary, we see you.
Gary posts food. Well, he was posting food pictures a lot in the past. About a year ago, he was doing growing a lot of vegetables, and then he'd post a whole picture, and then he'd be like, "Oh, no, none of these are actually from my garden. These tomatoes are not actually from my garden." But then
fresh tomatoes, Gary. Farm fresh my ass. Those are some Monsanto tomatoes if I've ever seen any, Gary. Please.
Well, he also has a habit of always tagging Christina, his wife, in it. Like Christine, and then he'll talk about like what a big portion it is. But don't worry, this wasn't even for me. This was for Christina.
He pretty much just hashtags oink oink.
Yeah, he hashtags
Shamu the whale at Christina Shirley.
He made a sandwich with the caption, "At it's Leah time," and Christina Shirley wanted BLTAs, so I said, "I got you," and made them. BLTs and BLTAs, it smacked. That's all. Enjoy. That's all. Enjoy. Oh, that's all. Comma. Enjoy. What would you like? Would you like a fucking medal for making your wife and daughter a sandwich? Yes. This was you the other day when I was talking about how Keanu Reeves is famously really.
I can't, you guys. Amanda went on this rant about Keanu. She's like, everyone who's met him said he was nice. And I'm like, oh, well.
They have.
Move over, Malala. I mean, I'm sure
nice.
He is. I am sure he is. But like, since when are we just congratulating people for being just generally nice to people?
Well, Gary's congratulating himself for making a sandwich. Well, they wanted it, so they asked. I presented. Great. Yeah. So it looks like Gary's back on Instagram, though. He's getting a little more active. So we'll be checking out his disgusting food content as the weeks go by.
I'm so glad you brought up disgusting food, because I would like to bring up a little beef I have, no pun intended, with Walmart. Now, I am not like a frequent Walmart shopper. It's just like not convenient, whatever. Last week, Date and I were like, you know what? Let's just go fucking walk around Walmart. Like, that could be.
Oh, yes, I remember. You were texting me. You said you had no reception.
Oh, yes.
No, that was your date night at Hobby Lobby, actually, I think.
Yeah. Oh, Hobby Lobby sucks. So does Walmart's, actually. Okay. So we're walking around, and I love an oatmeal raisin cookie. Sue me. Okay. It's my favorite. Not a lot of places have oatmeal raisin cookies anymore. So I was like, okay, but you know what? I'm going to be good. I'm going to get the no sugar added oatmeal raisin cookies, 2 kinds. I'm like, okay, like they're probably twice as many calories, but no sugar added. So it's a dozen cookies. Comes in like the plastic container. You know, they're not making them there. They're shipping them in, but they're soft. They're good.
I know what the packaging looks like for cookies.
Okay, do you? Because I want everyone to look very closely at the back of this. Okay, you see at the top, this is a PSA for anyone actually buying any sort of baked good. The second ingredient on here is maltitol. Well, now mind you, I have now consumed 10 of 12 of these cookies over the course of 24 hours. And
that's my girl.
It occurred to Adam and I that like I'm having some severe intestinal distress. Like I have never been so this is like embarrassing, but so bloated and gassy in all of my life. Like painfully so. Like I was up all night. Just like there's as Adam said, like one of my farts could have filled at least 2 balloon animals worth. Like it was so much air flying through me. Don't do that. So this maltitol, you guys, again, PSA, it will rip through your intestinal system. So after I recovered, I know everyone's like, okay, Jody, are you okay? Are you okay? So after about 3 days of working that shit through my system, I found a local bakery, and I'm glad to report that all of these Norwegian goodies, I think I consumed, how many are there? Well, there was only 2 of these that I didn't eat. So, all the rest of those were taken down. And how delicious does this look? Does this look good to you?
Yes, that looks so good. I'm coming up on my period, and I have a really good strain of weed right now, so I am
Oh,
I want to eat everything. And I
okay.
do.
Now, the other reason I took this picture, well, first of all, it was to take a picture. I had two full boxes like this. Okay. Two full boxes. Guess how much? Guess how much it cost me?
$35.
No. And I'm so glad you guessed high. I took this to send to my mom because I knew she would be appreciative. $14.26 for two boxes like that. Is that not like, it's a crime? It's a steal.
Have you not read, have you not been privy to that thing that happened 10 years ago where people were as a way to go viral, or it was people were reading comments on Amazon of those sugar-free gummy bears. Do you know about this?
Yes. Yes. The Haribo sugar-free.
It's like a stream of TikTok comments before TikTok, funny.
Yes.
And it's
Yes.
just people were doing this as a challenge. Hey, Jody, girl dinner. We just both eat a bunch of sugar-free gummy bears. I would have the time of my life because I love.
Oh, I can eat them, but no, seriously, I will forever. I'm going to be looking at pre-baked good things because I've never experienced that in my life. It was awful. Jay Schwa, yeah, did they charge you correctly? I worried about that. So when I got in the car, I thought for sure she said 40, which I was like, oh my God, I'm going to die. I can't believe I just spent that much money. But yeah, looked at my receipt, everything on there. I couldn't believe it. So I'm so glad you guys are all my people, that you are
I've definitely
celebrating this.
I've definitely taken down an entire box of Walmart cookies several times, and I'm fine.
Well,
I think I just have
they're not the no sugar added then or something, because
that is
avoid
I'm
it
not,
with
if I'm
all.
I'm not getting no sugar added.
Oh, it was no joke. Okay, so tell me, you had a little sweet encounter this weekend.
No. Actually, I wanted to say I had a really fun weekend. I had a date weekend. Anyway, so we played video games all day. It was so fun.
I always knew there was going to be a day when I lost you.
I like Mario versus Donkey Kong, I think is what it was. We beat the whole game.
Is that driving? That's a driving?
No, that's Mario Kart. But this was awesome. And I was fucking nailing it.
Really?
People with ADHD need to play video games, honestly. I was so locked in. The time was flying by. It's a great weight loss technique, I feel, because you get so locked in. Then on Sunday, we went to the dog park, and then we went to the mall. He ran and got us Bourbon Street Grill. Do you know what that is? Do you have that there? It's Bourbon Chinese food.
Grill. I don't think so.
Bourbon Street, but it's just a mall food. There's no standalone. It's just that thing where they just load. It's just a big container, and they're just loading Chinese food on your plate. And we got home. We had some edibles. They make edibles that's chocolate chip cookie dough edibles. Ate those. Ate the entire fucking thing, and played video games. I'm addicted now, and I'm probably going to end up buying a Switch by the end of the week. But
actually, I can see that because you really got into Lily's Garden.
Remember that?
When you finished the game before the game creators were done with
COVID.
Garden?
That was during COVID, but I caught up to them. Each day they were creating new code, and then I was beating it.
For you.
Who's this?
So Amanda Kaczynski at yahoo.com is blowing through this, you guys.
It was when we played Oregon Trail, and we were people at Oregon Trail headquarters are what is going on right now with these girls?
Yeah.
Anyway, but so this was from a while ago, a week ago. But I was on Tinder, and this came up, and I just want to let you guys know. Now, I don't find this depressing, but this is a very good example of this is what's out there. But I just find it funny because people are so funny. But this guy is mid, just the most mid shocking man.
Okay.
I blocked his name, right? I'm going to put it up. Did I block it out? Okay, thank God. All right, but he's photo verified. Oh, God, I'm listening to a Surviving Sister Wives, obviously, up there in the corner. You can see. Okay, so it says, divorced dad of two special boys. Love the outdoors or staying in. We're all adults. Hey, Jody. So just say what you want. I'm into, okay, this is where it gets crazy. I'm into natural.
Left turn ahead.
Okay. Take the comments off there, Jody, because it's freaking me out. All right. We're all adults, so just say what you want. I'm into natural women that don't wear a lot of makeup. Also not into, guys, now there is an emoji of 3 water drops, like the squirt at all. And if your is spelt wrong, and if you're a cookie shaver, just swipe left. If you're a huge social media poster, pass me by. Ultimately looking for a long-term relationship. Now, I matched with this guy. And then I asked him about it. And I was like, are you saying that you don't want squirters? And he's like, oh, yes, that seems to be the trend these days. And I was like,
the trend?
About him. Like, I don't think you can make it. And he's like, yes. Well, all I'll say is the last few women I've been with, they just can't stop doing it. I'm like, all right. I'm like, I didn't realize that was a thing that you could control. And like, that's really rare. I think I've met one person who's done that and they did it once and it was totally accidental. And he's like, well, I don't know what to tell you then. And then I ended it. And then he's like, so what are your plans for the weekend? I'm not going out.
Does he know how things work?
Well, apparently this is the new trend. Did you guys know that? Is everyone out here squirting away? And also men like that. It means that you're doing something right.
Yeah, that's where I'm like, what?
Are they peeing in your face? Are you like, this guy seems like obviously the biggest red flag.
Yeah, I don't totally understand what the whole squirting thing is, like where it comes from. Like I know some women can, some I don't know, whatever. But yeah, I feel like that's it's like a very specific thing. But then he's also like, and if you shave, get the fuck out of here. So he's into like dry and hairy. Mary. He's into Mary, basically.
Mary might squirt. What a crazy profile. And then at the end, ultimately looking for a long-term relationship.
God, and this dude has got like
divorced dad.
There are 2 young boys walking around, and this is their dad.
No, if you post on social media, pass me. But this guy really, and again, I wish I could show a picture of this guy.
Let me guess. He's like fine.
He's like man 43. Possibly.
Okay. And I have a feeling he would also probably say like, and if you're anything over
I'm sure
120, don't even bother.
I also feel like this guy would criticize you in bed. He'd point out the things you're doing wrong. No, actually, it would work better if you did.
He'd be like, "Ooh, what's that?" And you'd be like,
He pointed out. What's that? What's this? What's this? Poke.
What are you doing? Wait, what are you doing?
God. So anyway, I
did also say something like, "Are you hungry again?"
Oh, you ate that fast. You were hungry. These are all things that have been said to me.
He's basically Gary Shirley.
God. Well, anyway, that's what's out there, guys. But also there's like other like more fun people out there. Like, you know, guys. All right.
Okay. I have another, speaking of weekends, checking in on things. I took a little stop into apparently the city's only Trader Joe's. So, didn't stay in there, babe. But look what I found in the back of the Trader Joe's by the bathroom in Madison. Can you see that? It is a little lobster.
It's not real.
That's in a case, not real. That says 17 years of something, Larry the Lobster, 2006 to 2023.
Oh, maybe is that famous lobster?
Well, I don't know, but
Larry the Lobster.
Okay. Oh, okay. Well, I was just gonna say, I mean, I think this is the not cruel way of how you handle the retiring of a crustacean, unlike Howie's mom.
This is all Jody's segment, guys.
Yeah. So let's check in to see how Howie's mom is doing. I just want to throw this back out there. She had a hashtag in loving memory post, and it's a photo of, actually it's a video of Howie on a leash / lanyard.
It's kind of just like a long shoelace she ties around like where the body meets the legs.
In the grass.
Yeah.
In the grass. But don't worry, sometimes she would slip out of her ribbon harness, just the back leg, trying to escape. So for those of you who said I was evil because I thought that Howie's passing, also some people are sending Mother Howie some items during her time of grieving. And one of them is a pot, like a spoon holder for the side of the pot.
That's fucked up.
Yeah. You know,
I don't like that.
crabs, you can cook them. Warning, any squirrels in the neighborhood, Mother Howie has her eye on you. She is now stalking this squirrel in the rain. So this could be our next.
Today she's hanging out, taking pictures with service dogs and like police dogs, and then warning people of the dangers of approaching a service animal in work. Jody.
Okay, well, Howie wasn't a service animal, not by consent, babe. So she's still in mourning. Again, here we are with a princess crown over Howie.
Yeah, this looks like Midsommar.
Is this Howie dead or alive? That's my final question about Howie.
Yeah, because the eyes
Has she kept Howie?
I don't know what she did with it. But I'm glad that you're finally now you're jumping on the Howie train.
Well, I'm just saying. And while I was out this weekend, I found something for you. This is just a little surprise, little nifty gifty for you. Just take it all in, and then you can kind of explain. This is for Aminata.
Okay. I knew what it was before I even saw the name, Jody.
Oh.
CD?
No, a record.
Oh, a vinyl. What is this? It's the picture is of a man parachuting with a thumbs up. And then it's called The Pursuit of D.B. Cooper.
Which is a little Browntown-ish, right? Because you always call D.B. Cooper. We always accidentally call Sam Cooper. I'm not Batman yet.
Yeah.
Mary's
Jackie Overton
fish friend. So that was for you. Okay, let's talk about some White Lotus last night because I know you're really going through some grieving of your own.
You mean like I texted you and I was like, this sucks. It's not good. I'm sure it's building up to something. I trust Mike White, but this isn't it. And I really don't like Patrick Schwarzenegger at all. I feel like
thank you.
I'm not even watching. I feel like I'm watching him acting.
Yes.
Which is how
I'm watching him acting like a douchebag.
Yeah.
And it just doesn't feel like we're watching anything moving forward in this story. And the seasons are typically 6, 7, 8 episodes. So like we're getting there. Wasn't that week 3, 4?
Yeah. And so I guess spoiler alert, but Belinda from season 1 has recognized Uncle Rico from Napoleon Dynamite from season 1 and 2 of White Lotus. And so like there was a scene where she like had the realization that she was like looking up Tanya. And you know what I noticed? There was no picture of Tanya in there, which to me really smacks of we don't want to pay Jennifer Coolidge for the likeness.
Yeah, so maybe she looks a little different. So like, but they should be able to pull stuff from.
But they'd have to pay her for that
and stuff. Oh,
Crispin Glover.
Shame on them. Shame.
Anyway, so like that was it. I was like, ooh, this is exciting. But then they dropped that storyline and they go back over to the boat. And I'm like, I don't care about any of this. And Walton Goggins, like you're on a real thin line here right now between like with your mood here. Like I'm about a second away from pushing you like overboard on this boat and like completely forgetting about you.
Yeah, and the Canadian girlfriend with Uncle Rico. I'm like, okay, so like what's the deal here? Like I thought he was gonna punch her for a second.
I don't know
we're not getting anything. However, I did love oh God, I always want to say Piper Paraboo. Jesus.
Parker Posey.
Thank you, Parker Posey. I love her. I think her character's like going great where she's like, oh, you should put a ring on that. Yeah.
Yeah, no, she's great. And also Draco Malfoy's dad is also very good. He's doing some great face work.
Okay.
Oh, and you know what
like that dick?
Oh, that's right. There is. I think it was uncut.
Really?
I think so. I think it was just a big
I thought it
uncut
was.
dick, and I'm sure it was prosthetic.
Oh, okay.
There was there was no bloop.
It kills me that like Parker Posey's character isn't picking up on the fact that he's stealing your pills. Like that is what you are like all day long. How are you not getting this?
Now I did think of the Browns during this because there's like a scene, again, spoiler, but like this isn't giving anything away because you have no idea what's going to happen. But Draco Malfoy's dad with the big uncut prosthetic dick is walking around like talking to his like lawyer or like business partner, and he's like, oh well, like I can't pay for all of this, and he's like, and the guy's like on the phone, and he's like, you're like we're not even worried about that right now, like we're worried about going to jail. And he's like, what? So what, I just have to go and tell my family that I'm poor? And then I had the thought, that's how I want Sister Wives to end, with like that, with Cody having to sit down dab Sark and like tell them we poor. God, I would love it. And I would want to transport myself into Cody. This is what I want. I want to transport my soul into Cody's body when he gets that information so that I can actually physically feel the dread and the shame and embarrassment. And then I would like get out of his body because I would want to know how bad it was. I'd want to feel it always.
I don't think that would end well. Like that sounds like a really scary ending to me. Like like a Heaven's Gate kind of ending or something.
I don't know, but I feel like he keeps falling ass backwards into stuff. So like, I mean, there are always options for, I think where this goes is that him and Robin end up doing a lot of reality shows.
Oh my God. Oh, like Marriage Boot Camp or something.
Yeah. Oh, please. God, let them.
And they have to like act on it because, you know, she'd be like, it really hurt me, Cody, because I really wanted to have another baby. And you said no. It would all be fake, but I mean, it would be great to see them like just actually have to work.
Do a family boot camp and bring handsome Alice with them. And
what if Robin has to, like, it's found out that she is a hoarder and shopaholic, and then like Dr. Phil or whoever's running the house makes her have a huge garage sale of all her stuff.
Just have them like look at like have some, like, I would also just love to watch somebody do a forensic account, like one of those shows where they like help you with your money management, and then they like they give you the tough love where they read out your bank statement and say how much like you spent on all of these different things.
I had a kind of distant cousin who was on one of those shows.
Really? And they like broke down your bank account. I would rather die. I think I would rather die than have someone read my bank statement and see where my money goes, which is nowhere. Food, Value Village, not alcohol anymore. Mocktails.
I'm trying to think what mine would be. Probably just like a lot of grocery store.
Yeah,
like, you buy a lot of yogurt. You know, you guys go through a lot of yogurt and cheese.
Yeah, that's what my food list would look like. A lot of yogurt. I got 4 burgers at Arby's yesterday because there was 2 for 1. So I got 2 roast beef and cheddars, and then I also got 2 crispy chickens. Done.
Oh, I was gonna say you better have gotten a beef and cheddar.
You know it.
God, with extra Arby's sauce.
Yeah, I got a whole handful from the 12-year-old kid that was working there. He seemed like he was being abused. He's like, sure, lady.
It's coming out of his working wages.
He looked terrified when I asked. I was like, just give me a big old handful. I'm like stoned. I just like got off from my dog walk. Anyway, and I ate them all.
Oh, boy.
Okay.
Good for you. Okay.
Love. Oh, are we liking White Lotus though? Sorry.
No, it's dragging, and it's like, okay, something's got to happen here. You know, we're losing, but same thing. I'm like, okay, I trust you, Mike White, but we got to go somewhere here. Okay, moving on to Love Is Blind. It was the finale. It was the reunion. What'd you think? Firstly, about the looks.
Okay, I honestly, this is the first time I'm really like letting myself focus on them. I noticed that Madison's outfit was insane. This is a really bad pose on Molly, the blue dress. I
think Molly's style, she doesn't know how to style herself at all. I think she's really cute. She's the one where I'm like, okay, she did get rid of her bangs, thank God. She just needs a stylist. I think if she were to wear like champagne or black, it would make like her hair and her eyes pop. I did think Taylor on the far right looked good. Interesting take. I'm shocked that she's still with the little elf guy.
Yeah. Well, I don't think that's going to last. So the weddings, you actually watched the wedding special, which is nuts because it took me about 3 minutes to watch
fast forwarded. Cool.
Like, I don't even really stop at the altar. I wait until a little after the altar to see if like they're hanging out and looking happy in the fast forward, or if they're like separated.
Yeah.
So anyway, just Taylor and the elf guy got married based on. I honestly think that a lot of the reason that they stuck it out is because she was wrong about the Instagram following thing, even though I'm not even really sure. I think that she was like, I think that Instagram thing that happened, for anyone who doesn't know, she thought after they got engaged and she thought about it, there's like this moment where she's talking to the producers and she's like, I actually think that he followed me a little while ago and I remember his profile picture and then he unfollowed me, which isn't that like crazy? If you also both live in the same area, I really don't.
Yeah, I was just going to say, like, how many times
following me?
And like I said, if you have an Instagram like that where you have a lot of followers and a following, you're posting things because you want people to see it, right, Taylor? Yeah. So why would it be bad if he followed it?
Unlike our Instagram, which I think after 5 years we have 1,200 followers, and our grid is just what's coming up this week. That's it.
You don't know. That's fine. I pay my bills. I pay my bills.
So, but I think that so anyway, so then there's like this whole tense thing where he comes over. He obviously didn't know this was happening because he's only wearing like a white undershirt t-shirt during this whole scene. And I just think he looks like a little boy during the whole thing. But like they hand her phone back and they allow her to check her followers while he's sitting there very nervously waiting. See, like, oh my God, is she gonna catch it? And then it turns out that he isn't on the unfollow list, which she has an app that you pay for that tells you who followed you and then unfollowed you. So that's a whole other thing. But anyway, I feel like this is very comparative to Mary getting catfished because then Cody was able to leverage that into like, well, like, Mary, you have to make up for this now. So I feel like that's a little low key kind of what's happening here with Taylor. She's like, I feel bad. I embarrassed him. I was wrong. So now, he can get away with pretty much anything.
Yeah. Yeah. She's got to let a lot of stuff slide. I think they'll stay together for a little while. I don't know. I think like you said, like she does feel some sort of like bond due to obligation or something maybe, or like their families are now very close and that can get a little iffy too. And they're just like boring. I think she's just very beige. Vanessa and Nick got I don't know if they got like filler or work done. They definitely both dyed their hair the same color. Nick's hair looks like Yes Don, or like Lego hair that was placed on his head.
Yeah.
I mean, the looks were all super kind of bizarre, I think. Like they all got a different memo of what season and what this reunion was supposed to be. And there was actually like a lot to talk about. I think Monica and Joey. So Monica's the chick in the red here.
Yeah.
Joey,
arguably.
Oh, I thought she was really annoying and immature. I didn't really like her.
Joey's the guy in the in the very background with the long hair who looks like the man child, the Mimbo that Elaine dates on Seinfeld that George has a man crush on.
Oh, okay. He also skateboarded in because that's his thing.
Oh, that's what he was doing. I thought he was on like a
Amanda
revolver.
He skateboarded in down the aisle because he's cool. It's his thing. He likes that.
That would be an ick for me. But
when he placed that thing down and zoomed down the aisle, I was like, I immediately said, that's the ick. There it is. I knew he was like, that's it.
I spend my entire dating life waiting for the ick to drop, and then that's knowing that there's an ick coming real soon, and there it is. But we find out that she's like, it was hard to watch back the footage because it was so obvious that this guy did not want to be with me or was not attracted to me. So that was actually pretty wild here because she is
friend zone.
Yeah, I guess I didn't watch any of the scenes at all because they were all so effing boring.
I did always get the impression she's not I did get the feeling that he got the ick from her pretty early on. I don't know if it was around her family or what. And he did bring up, like, yeah, her sister is the reason we broke up. So I hope her sister is listening. And I hope Monica listened to that and realized, like, this little thing where it's like, well, you have to, like, impress my sister because she's super protective of me. Like, that's not a cute game. No one thinks that's cute.
Yeah, but then people on TikTok on all the comments are saying, yeah, for anyone who was talking shit about her sister, you owe her an apology now. She was just looking out for her girl.
No, I think that's weird. Like, if you're 30 some years old and your family is that involved in your dating life, or you're like, no one's going to date my little sister because I'm protective.
Your sister needs to make her own mistakes, first of all.
Yes. I agree with you. Mama Brooks says that looks nothing like Vanessa. I agree. To me, she looks like Pam Beasley. Like, it's that photoshopped. Look at her. Doesn't that look like Jenna Fisher?
No. The one in the red
front
here?
and center? No, front and center. Vanessa.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, no, she looks like a different nationality.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. Also, Sarah and Ben. Right?
Oh,
Ben,
yeah.
the one who looks kind of a little bit like Brendan Fraser. They were just a mess. These girls were not messing around. They all had each other's backs, and they were just like, nope.
It was nice to see. It was nice. And all the men came so rehearsed too. Like, I like that she let Ben be like, Ben was like, just to address all the, church stuff and the Black Lives Matter stuff. Like, I really did a lot of reflecting, and I'm a better person now. And then he ends this whole, he's like, okay, you done? Anyway, all of that was bullshit. And he talked to that thumb-looking guy from last year, and he told him that we should be friends and then come up with our reunion questions together. Loved it. All the men came with some kind of opening statement like that, like reflection. And I think Vanessa's just the greatest person. I just the nice.
I have nothing but love for you. I think you're an incredible human being. Yeah.
And the girls are like, all right. And then Dave did that too with Lauren. He's like, you are the one that got away. And she's like, yeah. I'm not really buying it though, because you definitely had my number like this whole year. So
yeah, and
I'm loving this. Don't fall for just the nice words, guys.
Yeah, and then Dave was like, well, I mean, no, like I told my family and my friends, like, I wanted you to like meet him and everything. And she's like, well, you didn't really stick up for me or anything. Like, why didn't you just let me talk to them? I'm not dangerous. Such an excuse. Get the sister out there. I want to see Dave's sister.
The sister out there. And I'm impressed with the fact, because it is hard when somebody that you did love or do still love looks at you like that and says the exact thing you want to hear. So like, I got to hand it to all of them for like not, because it seemed like Dave was ready to like be like, well, do you want to hang out after this and like maybe try it again? And Lauren, it must have really been hard to be like, no, I don't believe this. Hard. So I don't feel bad for any of the men at all.
What about, so we have Virginia on the far right in this photo. She's wearing like the long kind of purple dress. She looks so pretty. I don't enjoy her hair. I feel like she does the Robin thing where she like curls it in and towards her face and it ages her. But I think she's stunning. Her dude, oh God.
That check thing would be huge over. That is such an so what happened was at their wedding, one of his relatives handed him a check for
his mom.
His mom handed him a check for $1,000, and she had to find out about it after the fact. He's like, well, no, but I'm like, no, that is like, and I'm so glad that she did see that as a red flag, because it is. That's a huge red flag. That was, I was just saving it and then I forgot about it. And I'm like, no, you would immediately you would find your significant other and be like, we just got $1,000 from my mom. So,
I have someone in my family that in-law in my family who did that. And I remember, like, still to this day, I think about that and I'm like, that was so shady.
That is shady.
Also, I just need to throw up this photo so I can keep them straight. So so Virginia called her dude out on his beliefs that like he's pretty much very conservative, she's liberal, and these ladies really did lean into that this season. Sarah leaned into the same thing, and then there was Meg, who is on the far left in this photo, who is dating Mason, who's at the way tippy top, like the top of the triangle here.
mean? And this is a situation of trying them, but this is never going to work out because they're trying to spin this in any way other than what it actually is, which is this. Mason had 2 girls, he picked the other one, and now stuck. Now he's like, oh shit. So now they're trying, and you can feel that in their relationship. That this little, just this bubbling.
Let's show it to the world kind of a thing too.
Like, you can tell that's always bubbling there. Is I was second picked. I will always be the one you picked second. And he's going over and above to be like, well, I said it to the wrong woman. And Madison, you were awful because you made me fall in love with you. And as much as I don't like Madison, I do agree that like everyone's different with everyone when they're dating. I would be completely different around like 2 guys that I'm hanging out with because you follow their energy and like where that
you bring out different things in each other.
So like I, as much as I don't like Madison, and I think that's what the point of the whole thing was. But yeah, I feel like that seems, and the girl, what's her name? The girl in the blue,
Meg.
She just doesn't. They don't seem like happy. It seems like there's a lot of.
She's so out of his league. Are you kidding?
Yes, that's
I kept looking. I'm like, what is she? Like, she looks like she should be dating a professional athlete or something. Like, she just has that look about her. And I'm like, Mason was boring as fuck.
She was the only girl that kind of turned on one of the other girls, which I just think, I don't know, the way our society.
Well, and is that why they're in the relationship? That is the draw. That's like the spark that they have together.
Okay, Madison.
Yeah. Okay. So I just wanted, before we hop to SNL, because we're going to have some different things, I just want to remind everyone, if you're not watching Extracted on Fox, I highly recommend you watch it. It is really good. It's like a Survivor or Naked and Afraid, where your 2 friends or family inside get to like tap you out or extract you or not allow you to be extracted. It's just really hard to talk about because there's so many different characters and things, but it's such a good show. So go and check it out. It's on Hulu, if you have Hulu. But let's talk about SNL because I am shocked.
We're split. We're
totally split. I put this on last night.
Remember what I said is that I have really good weed right now. Like, it's a different strain, and it's making me feel like college high. Like, I feel like I'm in college. Like, that's how high I am. So this was hitting to me.
Really?
Yes, I loved it. I was like, at the end, I said out loud to no one because the guy I was with had fallen asleep after like the opening monologue, and I just sat up and watched it. I was laughing out loud through all of it. I was like, that was a strong episode. And she was so good. I was so impressed with both of her musical performances, especially in between doing all the sketches. I thought they were like,
I will say that. No, I think Lady Gaga. So Lady Gaga hosted and was the musical guest. I think her acting was great, and I thought her music was great. I thought the writing and the jokes were awful.
Okay, maybe it wasn't. I feel like the opening.
This commercial.
It was funny.
No, it was Amanda. Come on.
I thought you would watch this and think, oh, that's Amanda. Because it's like, oh, it's good, but don't you kind of want your mascara to run a little bit so that you can be a little dramatic and people have to ask you if you're okay and you can say, yeah, I'm fine.
I just thought it was simple. I just thought it was like a little.
It went on a little long, but it's, I mean,
a little one note.
Well, Jody, SNL has stolen what, 2 sketches from us now? Definitely So Tiny, So Little. That one was actually stolen from us.
Yeah. This one, I didn't know if this was triggering at all for you.
Because of the blood clot.
Yep.
Which by the way was a paywall episode. I'm like, this is staying behind the paywall. And now I think just everyone knows about it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I mean, when you call you lie. Now there was one skit that I laughed at. And I thought it was so funny because it was so spot on. Little red glasses.
This one went on for about 25 minutes too long, but
went on too long. So funny because it was so accurate.
Yeah.
These are the.
Oh, hello, Jody. Am I frozen? Who's frozen here? Is it me? Okay, guys, let us know which one of us is frozen in the comments here. Okay, well, I'll talk, I guess. The very first sketch was like Lady Gaga. We can only hear Amanda. Okay, great. Jody, hang on. Let me text her. The very first sketch was, oh, Jody's gone now. It says you're gone. So leave and come back. Yeah. Okay, great. The opening sketch was like Lady Gaga, and like it was like this really absurdist kind of thing where like they're there. She left. Okay, she'll be back now. It's this kind of absurdist sketch where it was all about like a rolling traveling suitcase, like rideable suitcase where you can like ride on a suitcase, and it was so zany and so silly and so kind of a throwback to like the 70s and 80s.
Apparently, I cannot talk about Little Red Glasses.
Okay. You know what's happening over there? You were just like,
I cut out. I don't know where I cut out or where I froze, but what I was going to say was the funniest line for me of the Little Red Glasses was when Sarah Sherman said that everything she wears is just a little bit Asian. Like it just, she was wearing like the kimono tunic sort of look. It was so
Christine
great.
has a green one like that. Christine has that green thing with like the Chinese buttons.
She also has that cowboy shirt. There's a certain cowboy button-up shirt that she wears.
She's wearing it when they get in a fight about her being on her period. About
yeah,
he wants to go on right.
Yes, StreamYard is extracted me, Jay Schwab. That's right.
It often does.
Perfect. Okay, sorry.
Which you guys, I'm gonna put all of you guys on duty here to remind me that before next week, I need to cut out a big chunk of an episode that we recorded last week.
I don't like this story, babe.
Okay, so we're talking about like Kayla Brush's Superman, like two people.
So when Maddie gave birth, her husband Caleb Brush got in the bathtub to catch or deliver or labor with her, whatever, and he was wearing a swimsuit outfit, like a jumper, an old style, down to the knee, baggy, royal blue, Superman branded trunk with a royal blue, oversized rash guard with a big Superman on it.
Right. So Jody's
said, obviously this was purchased as a set.
It's a set.
A special set
for like men. So Jody was like, okay, well, I'm gonna pause it here because like she was setting up some pictures of like some sets that she had found. So she pauses it, and then we immediately go.
My Auntie Debbie just texted me.
Yeah, so like so we talk a whole bunch, and then and she's like, all right, I'm ready. So we press record, and then we're talking a little bit, we're going through all the outfits, and then Jody's like, oh, we're like not recording. And then there's like this whole thing of us being like, were we recording when we thought we were recording? And I was like, well, I could probably just leave it. And then we were like thinking back on all the things that happened in that 1 minute, 30 seconds. And here's the thing that happened. I spent 30 seconds chewing off a hangnail, like big time. Like I start off chewing off a hangnail and saying
a little amuse bouche.
I was like, the reason I keep stopping my camera is because I keep chewing at my hangnail. So I'm just going to chew it off now while you're doing that. Then I look down at my phone and I'm like, oh, my Auntie Debbie just sent me pictures of her bunions because Jody was asking about these bunions. So I'm holding the phone up to the thing, showing off my aunt's bunions, like several of them. Yeah. Then Jody's like, well, those are like not even.
I'm like, God, hers look really good. I think mine are way worse.
Like, well, just show me. So then Jody's has her foot up in the air.
I'm doing 360s on this chair right here, holding up my foot to try to show both sides of my feet. And that was all in there. God,
it was like a minute.
If we released that episode, and all of you.
I still haven't deleted it either because I know
watching me model a 360 of the bunions on my feet.
Get your foot closer. No, don't turn
down. No, the other way. Legitimately, I'm like this, spinning around.
So, no, we're not. The reason I won't leave it in there is because my Auntie Debbie would be so like mortified. She'd
not me showing off my bunions and bunionettes, which means I have to probably get surgery on both sides of my feet. Real cool.
So guys, maybe I could release just that minute 30 as like extra content.
You're like,
No, I was
This
really.
beef.
I'm like sitting there ripping at it. I'm like, it's like bleeding. I'm like wiping off.
And I'm spinning around, like worried about my, what my deductible is going to be for my inevitable bunion surgery.
All right. Anyway,
You think I could like throw in a rhinoplasty while I'm at it? I'm like, while you're down there shaving bones off, do you think you could just,
No, this isn't
throw the nose in there for free?
It was actually the episode that it's on is on next week's Wednesday. Mary on her own.
On her own.
I was during that, but it will be gone. It will be gone.
Yeah, hit the thumbs up for bunions, okay?
And hangnails. Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway.
All right, let's get to the Traitors finale.
Right. All right. Awesome.
Traitors finale. All right. So finally, we have made it to the end. I am just thrilled. I don't have to watch Danielle anymore this week.
Yeah, everyone hates her.
This has been a long time coming. Hey, everyone, hit that thumbs up, like, and subscribe. There's almost 200 of you here, and there's only 47 thumbs ups. Come on. Yes. So what happened in the end was Brittany got sent home, but they don't say if they're a traitor or not until the very end when Alan has the final, 4 around the fire, and they throw in their little baggy things. And then they find out that Brittany was, in fact, a traitor who was recruited by Danielle. And our final 4 here are Ivar, Gabby, who I've grown to love. I think she's just like so cute, so sweet. Zac Efron's brother, and Dolores from Real Housewives of New Jersey, who was so out of her element there. Yes, I agree. She looks amazing. She looks gorgeous.
Yeah.
But this was not the show for Dolores. She didn't know what she was doing. What'd you think?
Oh, I don't watch that show. I stopped
I
watching.
thought you watched some of it.
I watched that one, the singing one with Tom Sandoval. I think I had a dream of Tom Sandoval last night. I must have, because I hate it.
Carolyn looked great. Let me see if I can throw her back.
I like this Gabby girl. I feel like I'm seeing her a lot on my TikTok. I'm like, she seems cool. Like I feel naturally drawn to her. Like if we were like in a show together or something, I feel like I would like definitely be.
Amy says that Gabby has a podcast. Oh, I love that. I know her wife they just got married in January. Her wife is a comic.
I thought you were going to say her wife is a lesbian. Which
her wife is a lesbian. Yeah, that's her. Her lesbian. Her wife is also a lesbian.
Lesbian.
I think she seems very sweet. This was just an off season, I think. Maybe because I'm not familiar with all these gamers like Brittany and Danielle, and I mean Boston Rob. Yes, I know, but I feel like if you didn't know those gamers, it's hard to enjoy the show.
For sure. And I don't really understand how the game works still.
Okay. Good. Really good point. There were too many people. John said, yeah.
That was definitely my main problem. And then once the people that I knew were gone, I just stopped caring. Like, I mean, immediately the first one off was that housewife that I wanted to get to know.
Oh, Dorinda. I read things that Dorinda was like really difficult on set, which, I mean, she's been put on pause before by Andy. Also, I don't know why Andy Cohen has to be the reunion person. Like, I mean, Alan doesn't have to do it, but maybe we just don't even need one.
Was the reunion good? Like, is it worth me watching? Because I mean, sometimes I'll watch Housewives reunions all the time just because like they wrap up the whole season for you.
I mean, like if you want to see Tom, I don't know. Like there were most of them you didn't really hear a lot from because they brought them in like waves. So like the first one sitting down were the final, and they kind of like brought more and more in. So Tom was on there for a while. We didn't really hear much from Sam, Britney Spears' ex.
Darn it.
Yeah, it was time for it to end. Not a great season. They just need more popular people, maybe.
Can I go back to Love is Blind? Because we forgot to talk about like the most not interesting. Something that I want to do a little rant on here.
Yes.
Love is Blind. They did, actually, I'm going to write this down. They had a segment in here where they were counting down the top 5 fucking moments of Love is Blind history. And okay, so number 5. This is the
all of Love is Blind history. We're like, ooh, the whole whopping 8 seasons.
Yeah, but there are kind of memorable ones. The one that they had at number 5 is arguably the most famous moment because everyone knows about this. But it was, hey, remember when this girl who has about 10% body fat said that she looked like Megan Fox? Remember? Do you guys remember how fucking crazy that was when this gorgeous girl said that people and she does kind of look like her. So she answered a question, but how wild is this? Then the next one after that was some fucking guy that I don't even remember getting a glow up for the reunion. That beat the Megan Fox situation. Okay?
Yeah.
3 was, I don't know.
I don't even remember.
Don't know what 2 was. Oh, 2 was like two people that stayed together seeing each other for the first time and being like, you're so beautiful. Oh my God, you look like a handsome prince. Number 1 now is the girl that wasn't Megan Fox that got tossed to the side for Megan Fox.
Yes, the one who looked like Sandy on The Ultimatum.
Yes, exactly. Yelling at the thumb guy saying, wait till you see. So it was like this poor girl who is
wait till you see how hot I am and how ugly and fat and busted the other girl is because she's not a size 0.
Oh, this girl is catching strays. What's her real name in real life, the Megan Fox girl?
Jimmy and Chelsea?
That sounds right.
Chelsea, I think.
But she's doing everything she can on social media to make fun of it and be like, guys, I get it. But it's like, they're just shooting strays at her.
That's why you never say that. It will never go well if you say you look like someone or if you want to tell someone who they look like. Don't do it. Don't do it because it will never go well. That person is always going to look at that picture and go, oh.
100%, but just like
when I had a piano bar singer tell me that I look like Bette Midler.
Yeah, but Bette Midler
and that asshole kid in high school who told me you look like Ricky Lake, but the old one, meaning the overweight
one. The overweight one, who also wasn't even that overweight. Okay, so is that it? Oh, Traitors, Love is Blind. I think it's time to.
It's time for Browntown.
It's time for some fucking Browntown. Let's go.
Browntown. Everything's waiting for Pooh.
Yes. Okay. Let's check in with Mary and Mom. There's Mom. There she is.
Now, take this down for a second because I do want to just quickly say she posted something not on Salty Birches because I have a feeling that that's defunct, but or it's on hiatus. But she posted this video, like a TikTok today. You know how Mary has been posting a series of these TikTok trends where it starts with another video and it'll be someone like falling, and then it cuts to her video and her like getting up from the fall and then being like, from Lizzie's heritage in. This one was, I couldn't record it and play it because we'll get demonetized because she uses like, this was chandelier. So it was like somebody throwing something at someone and it hitting the person and them going, ah, and then it changes to her wearing knee-length tight jean shorts, standing in the ocean and like a shirt.
Doing slow motion like.
Yeah. And it's like, I'm gonna swing.
Laughing.
Chandelier from the chandelier.
Yeah. Looking out like a rainy window, like. Yeah. To see ya.
People are like, Mary, you're just glowing and so full.
Dance like no one's looking, Mary. Dance.
Aging in reverse, girl. But anyway, so I couldn't post that. So We do have this post for mom. So is this like an anniversary of Bonnie passing?
Mom.
Oh, it's her birthday.
Happy birthday, Mom. Yeah. So that's Bonnie.
To the woman who made me who I am. To the woman who taught me to be strong in the face of adversity. Well, these are all things that are theoretical, basically. Yes.
Uh-huh. Also, Mary posted tribute to
Yeah.
Garrison. So she did have 1 year, forever loved, always missed, sweet Garrison. So I thought that was really sweet. It's
I
an
thought it was
adorable little
perfect.
picture of him by a bonfire.
Super cute. And it's also not because Mary was kind of estranged from the family. So I thought this was kind of the perfect thing to post was like,
Yeah.
just like a little, like one picture. It wasn't like maudlin. It wasn't like a bunch of pictures of her with Garrison. It was just that more than Cody and Robin did. But again, like we talked about, they could not have done anything.
There's no way. Yeah, there's nothing they can do.
They could or couldn't do.
No,
I think not posting is probably the best thing to at least. Well, I mean, there's still stuff all over both of their Instagrams saying like, "Wow, not a single post for Garrison, huh?" But I mean, I don't know.
Yeah. There's nothing that they could have said. Here's Mary during Alive. Ooh.
Okay, so this is like called RC Crawlers. I've heard about this for the first time 5 days ago because I was hanging out with someone who does this. And I'm like, what is that? He sent me pictures. And then 3 days later, Mary's doing this. That's fucking weird. And it's her, it's alive. And this is the sound of it. The second you tune in, you hear because it's the little cars. And then it's laughter. And then there's like a guy standing in there with the crawl. Yeah, this. And Mary cannot, like, she has to put her controller down because she is wheezing so hard.
It's like, yeah, remote control trucks like going over for those of you who are not watching. Yeah, almost like, if you were to go see like a toy train exhibit, but this is, you're using little toy rock crawler thing.
I think the point, because these people like carry rock, like they transport rocks. They're always bringing in new rocks. So I think the thing is you build your own little machine, like you have a bunch of them, and then you're just kind of sitting there like seeing how well it goes over the rocks and stuff. So Mary's here for some reason doing this, laughing her ass off, and that was her Fridays with Friends, I believe. Or was it 7:06 p.m.? So it was late. It was late.
So they're not even recording this as material for Salty Birches.
Like, check out what we're doing. She's wearing her Worthy Up sweatshirt. So fun Friday night.
Maybe she'll meet a dude there. Maybe she'll meet a dude.
Maybe there was a guy in there. Oh, and then I think that the Free Fallen guy was there with her recording. This Free Fallen guy, like, does he have a wife? Because if I were his wife, I'd be like,
yeah, he does. He has a wife and like 4 kids. 4 kids.
Why are you hanging out with Mary Brown on Friday night?
Wearing matching sweatshirts.
I can't imagine going to a place like this where it's kind of like immersive and interactive and wearing like a hoodie, like just a big fucking frumpy ass hoodie. Like I would need to be like,
get some fresh air, open a window or something in there, All right, what's Christine up to? Oh, she's still talking and posting photos with David.
Oh, you mean her new personality, which is I'm now married to David. A lot of Plexus stuff, a lot of MLM stuff, a lot of just, this is okay. So she posted this. This is just a picture of her. So this is nice, but I feel like I would kind of buy into this a little more if it wasn't interspersed with a whole bunch of Plexus stuff throughout the week.
Yes.
And obviously these posts are going to lead you to Plexus, which
correct.
Sorry, no one's buying that Plexus had literally anything to do with your life getting better. Okay, other than the money. You get to choose every single day. Joy isn't something that just happens. It's something you create. Even when it feels heavy, even when the road ahead is uncertain, you have the power to decide how you move forward. So today, choose joy, choose peace, choose the life that makes you come alive. What's one thing you're choosing today that brings you joy? I didn't go into the comments for this because... And she posted a whole bunch of stuff for Garrison, which is really lovely.
I know people came after her for her wording on this, though.
They did. I don't have an opinion on it. She was his mom. Give her a fucking word.
She has a very sweet. The last line she said, "I can't believe he's been dead for a year." And I did see that people were giving her a hard time, saying like, "Oh, you should have used different phrasing instead of like he's
Well,
been dead."
but
I
he
think
is
that's just like a personal cultural thing. Maybe that's just how they
absolutely.
talk in her family. And
Yeah.
I mean, the sentiment is there. So I just think that's a ridiculous argument.
And I like anyone that I love seeing pictures that we'd never seen before of just kind of him out in the wild. Like this is him making the little planter for Truly. This is just so sweet. Like what a nice kid. And this is him and a hunter.
Yeah, they're like sitting like the stepbrothers.
Yeah.
Photo.
Oh, that's
It's
yeah,
really
for
adorable.
sure. Him and Peyton.
This is cute.
Huge. He's just such a tall boy.
Yeah, he does. How many years apart are they? They're not that far apart in age.
Peyton left. Garrison. Hunter left first, then Garrison. So Garrison's older than Peyton, I think.
Okay.
Or maybe they're the same age.
Yeah. Well, they're at Robin's house there. The one Christmas they had there, right?
Oh yeah, yeah. All right, here's him putting his handprint in that ridiculous thing that they made way harder than they needed to. This one's cute.
And hold on, as Cody always said, he never planned on staying at that house in Vegas. We're starting that season 13. It's like, really? Because you just buried a time capsule and you put in concrete with handprints. So
what are these people doing? I personally would move into that house and keep that forever. And
some people keep it. Some people will like eventually get rid of it.
This is obviously Christine like joining Garrison at basic training or something, but this is just cute. I just love to see that they were that even off camera, they were still a mother and son.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And he's just like so proud.
Yeah.
Now, again, kind of going over to Janelle.
Here's Janelle's poster.
I can't read this. I'll cry.
I
was choking up this morning rereading it.
I think I can do it without getting choked up. Okay. I stay busy, but in every quiet moment, you are first and foremost in my thoughts. It's been a year, baby. We miss you so much. I miss you so much. I encourage everyone reading this. This is so sweet. I consider everyone reading this to consider making a donation to your local animal shelter, rescue, or humane society. This cause was close to Garrison's heart. He adopted all 3 of his kids from shelters. And then she wrote, if you are in crisis, please call, text, or chat with the Suicide and Crisis Lifeline at 988 or contact the crisis text line by texting TALK to 741-741. Perfect post as well.
Yeah.
Lovely.
Yeah, in Janelle fashion, yeah, she posts the same thing in a different way, but she's
check out on my story. I posted this thing. Great. All right. This is one of, again, nothing was really happening in Browntown this week. It's an off week. Obviously,
Janelle found this self-help person. I don't know if you've heard of them. They actually wrote a book too. And what it's a woman, even though it's a man's name. It's a woman named Mel Robbins. Ever heard of him? Who knew?
You know who's been on one? I know you know because you've been listening to. There's a podcaster out there who is really bothered by the let them theory, and she brings it up every week. And it's always the same example, which is, all my friends want to go out and have a party and don't invite me and just let them. I'm just supposed to let them. Everyone went on a vacation, they didn't invite me and just let them. I didn't get invited, let them. I'm like, is this happening to you a lot? Heather McDonald. She brings it up every episode, right? Every time she has a guest, she's like, have you heard of this let them theory? And then she'll bring up White Chicks. And how there's a White Chicks reunion and she wasn't asked to be a writer on it.
Well, because she wasn't a writer on the first one.
That was a bombshell.
To find out.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
We should do another girl dinner about that. Great.
Anyway, speaking of Janelle and Tata Farms, another new design.
Love that. See, I love this because there is a large wave of just petty over all of this. And I know this one hurt the most because this is actually a quote that Cody said, which is blame yourself if I don't love you. And I just love knowing that Madison is probably the one behind this because Madison, I think, had a little mean girl in her, as we all do. And I think that she's like, no, let's fucking put that on a t-shirt. And they will sell out. I'm sure they will or have. And there's going to be just people walking. And that's the most annoying thing for Cody, too, is that, like, he said it, but he can't really monetize that. He would be, like, the biggest asshole.
Yourself if I don't love you.
Like, what would his only option here would be to copyright that slogan and be like,
well maybe they did. That would be great if they did.
But then he just owns the copyright. Blame yourself if I don't love you.
No, like what they may, it would be smart if they somehow copy.
Well, they should, but like that would be
copyright.
Cody's only option here to fight because he can't really sell these t-shirts himself. I mean, I guess he
Why
could.
not?
He should if they leaned into the
Well, no, remember he thinks that's tacky and cheap. He would never.
Frumpy is actually the word that he used.
Oh, that's right. Ladies are frumpy. Women who wear t-shirts are frumpy.
Yes.
That's why Robin wears those pretty blouses.
Blouses, pretty purple floral. Oh, by the way, Christine also posted a video if anyone wants to see. It's her talking about her B&B and David's driving in the car. He's like, so if you guys want to take a look.
Is it going to be a shrimp robe?
Shrimp. I saw
Got a shrimp gumbo, MOAB.
I saw a movie called Shark Tale. Here it is.
Oh, super exciting. David and I are getting a new Airbnb. Oh, super exciting. David and I are getting a new Airbnb.
Yes, we are.
It's in Hurricane, Utah. It's spelled like hurricane, but when you're local, you say hurricane. And it's the gateway. You were like gateway to Zion's.
To Sand Hollow, all over the place, southern Utah.
It's amazing. There's 4 bedrooms. 3 of them are suites. And then the other room that has the Minnie and Mickey room has its own bathroom anyway. And then there's still a bathroom downstairs to use. It's going to be so cute. We're on our way there right now to decorate it, get it up and running. It'll be ready by April 1st. Hopefully sooner. I'll let you guys know. Woo!
Road trip.
You know, MOAB is real pretty. I would consider going to MOAB.
I would go to I don't want you to get on a plane, Jody. There was another plane crash this morning.
Oh, I know. I don't want to.
Jesus.
I know.
There's a Mickey and Minnie room in this one.
I don't want that. I'm not a mini Mickey room kind of gal, but if that's a suite and there's 3 of them, I'm just saying.
Yeah, check it out, April 1st. By the way, the reason that the video stopped and then restarted is because I started wiping off some chocolate that was on my mouse pad that I don't remember when I ate chocolate last. Okay.
No.
What else we got here?
Girls. Yeah, well, you know what? Good for them. Oh, interesting. Gina saying no one stays in Hurricane.
Well, maybe this will bring, do people stay in Parowan?
I was just going to say, do we have like an update on Mary's renovations? Is she going to move in? Is she staying there? Oh, I forgot. It all depends on the man that she may or may not meet someday.
She's going to wait to develop interests until a man says, we will be interested in this. Kind of like how Christine did. All right. These last 2 things is Janelle Tata Farms. Oh, and we already got that.
Right. Oh, this is great. So Janelle, we had wild weather yesterday for sure. And then she has a rain cloud and an umbrella, which those 2 things do kind of go together, but okay. And then she, I don't know, it was like a repost or screenshot and says the state that has snow, tornadoes, flooding, rain, high winds, and cold on the same day. And it says, welcome to North Carolina. Oh. I just want to point out the fact that a lot of states can have snow, tornadoes, flooding, rain, and high winds on the same day, but
hey, I'm glad she's living her best life. She's doing exactly what she's wanted to do, and she's killing it.
Weather. Who knew? Who knew about that weather?
She's back from her Plexus vacation. I think that's it. But before we end our episode, let's check in on the Instagram comments. I kind of had to go back in the vault here because again, most of the current comments are about like Garrison, which I figured would happen. But here's Robin. This is long ago, but she had posted something years ago, like, which is like, I can't believe she hasn't taken this down, but it's like a post, like a informative like meme saying like, do you know that if you hug regularly, you should always be hugging, stuff like that. And then I am Morgan Clapp wrote, yuck, how come you always have a cold sore on your lip?
And 4 likes. Yuck.
Yuck.
What's with your face? What's with your face?
That is such a
That's
sick
amazing.
burn. I love it. Okay, and then here's a picture of
Also, I am Morgan Clapp, just living it up in the
she's
comments.
working.
here.
She's working her way through. This was 6 weeks ago. Morgan Clapp was on one 6 weeks ago.
Yeah.
A picture of Cody and his whole family in front of a step and repeat. Again, this is maybe second thing on his grid at the moment. And I am Morgan Clapp said, "LOL, Robin sucks and ruined everything." And then Lisa F. Lang politely wrote, "No, Cody's narcissistic behavior ruined it." And two people like that.
I like the LOL. Robin sucks.
Robin sucks. And then it was just a conversation between two gals. Like, no, Cody's a narcissist.
Yeah, no, actually. Yeah, you know, there was like a little tete-a-tete, like, oh, yeah, you're right, girl.
They're both awful. Okay. This is the same one. Little Miss Doesn't Exist wrote, "Give up the struggle bun, bro." These are the comments that we need to just keep coming in. Go after Cody's struggle bun, go after Robin's herpes. We don't talk about the herpes enough. It was literal, like, some of those were really herpes.
It was contagion. It was contagion.
You watch them they were all clear as skin in that first episode.
Limitless.
Okay.
This is Cody's.
This is Cody's. Marty Blavey wrote, "I've watched the entire," this seems reflective. "I have watched the entire show twice just to see if there are things I missed, almost to end again. And I can say 100% that you, sir, are not a nice person. At all. The more times I watch it, the more I don't like you. You have serious issues and don't deserve any 3 of the women that left you." Shrug.
Keeping it even keeled, just delivering the facts, just letting you know, kind sir.
Before posting this comment, I did a full rewatch on the show and I'm realizing I don't like you. 100%, you're not good.
That's right.
And
here we go.
Lastly, we have Cody. This is in light of a recent unapproved post. Me and Miriam decided to split. And the Lena Turner wrote, "What a Neanderthal. I still don't understand how he got 1 woman to marry him, let alone 4. He's a man-child, undeserving of any of the 3 wives. He and Sabin deserve each other." Andrea wrote, "Knobhead." And with that, we will just end Browntown and we'll see you guys.
Knobhead. I love it. Thank you guys so much. And, you know, we'll be here every single week. Housewives, Sister Wives are allegedly, supposedly going to be back kind of like end of April-ish, right?
Yeah.
So we're going to be here every Monday, noon Central until then.
We need to figure out what we're doing with 420 because 420 is on a Sunday.
And Easter. Yeah.
So, I mean, I know what I'll be doing that day, but maybe we'll just make Monday live a low-key 420 episode, but it'll be open to the public. Maybe we'll get
Babe, audio is going crazy.
Mine is? I think we're fine. I'll just end the episode and is it Jody? Guys?
God. What? Oh, it likes me again.
Can you hear me? I'll end this episode. Okay. We love you guys so much. Please stay and leave a comment. Check out our Patreon. Check out everything. We have Polygamy 101, John and Kate +8, and girl dinner tomorrow is a date night in MOAB. Oh, go
MOAB.
Yep. And I think that's it. It snowed again today. I'm going to take off this sweater and my bra and spend the rest of the night on TikTok. Love you guys so much. And
love you guys.
We're all adults. Bye-bye.
Well, guys, it's been a blast. Thank you so much for joining us today on our We Love to Hate Everything channel. Please do not forget to hit that subscribe button. Give us a like or even a comment. And click on that bell if you want notifications, because you never know when we might pop up and go live. Please check out our other 2 podcasts on Patreon, where we snark on even more TV, movies, and pop culture. We got Total Request Podcast. That's patreon.com/trpod. And We Love to Hate TV. Patreon.com/Love to Hate TV. Thanks again, and we will see you next time.